Extra Point with Jim Thunderbird and head coach Grant Redhead.
Welcome into the Extra Point, brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Coach, I tell you, that brought all the excitement back to town last week. What a great way to win.
It was. Those games are exciting as a player, coach, and as a fan. You know, you get totally enveloped and involved in them. And I think that was number 12 or 13 for me. That was a close win like that in my career, and they're always fun. Those are the ones you remember.
They really are. You've had a chance to go back and look at the tape and everything. I mean, the first 3 quarters was not the prettiest football I've ever seen us play, obviously. Then all of a sudden you get the fake punt. What happened right on that fake punt? Because there had to be some good things going on. It just was set up so perfectly.
Well, you know, it was the timing. They had lined up all night to it. You know, that's one of the things. I don't run it usually on the first punt. But unless I'm really gambling like Liberty last year, I got one on the very first one. We had seen the alignment. We liked it through film. We actually didn't block it perfect. My right end let the guy come upfield too much, and the up back had to take him. But Nate snuck through there, got good yards after contact, got the first down. Then they tacked the penalty on afterwards.
Yeah.
So that helped.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Seemed to bring life back to the team. I think the videotape from that point on had to look a little better than the first 3 quarters, didn't it?
Yeah, it's quite energizing. You know, in the second half, other than the one score, we didn't give up much. We played better defense. The one score, we just took a bad angle, the guy that should have cleaned his clock, and you know, that's youth. I have 3 sophomores starting in the secondary, so it'll happen. But it really, the kids started playing with emotion and fire, and that's what I had preached to them the entire week before we even played Fairview. Play with some emotion, play with some fire. Now I think they finally understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I've had a number of people ask me, what in the world happened to Swanton? Okay, they looked for 3 quarters like they had everything going in their direction. They were just wearing you down. What happened all of a sudden past that fake punt? Was that the key?
Well, that was key. We got momentum. Plus, you know, we were in condition.
Yeah.
You know, our guys weren't going down with cramps. We were able to still run full speed, and we were able to go up-tempo offense, which really got them on their heels.
Yeah, it really did. Well, the last quarter was a lot of fun. Now you get the onside kick. That's something that we're accustomed to seeing around here. That magic seems to happen that way around here. It bounced nicely. Tell me what you saw on film right there.
They didn't ever adjust to onside. I mean, when somebody's down a touchdown or down by 3, and you're going for, you know, they're kicking off to you with 3 minutes left, I'm lining up my hands team. You know, we work hands team. We're going to work it, you know, every single week and at least twice, 2 different days. They never put hands team out there. They lined up in regular kickoff return. They only had 2 guys in the area, and neither of them could come up. And, you know, I had 4. So
yeah.
Just a numbers game.
Who ended up with the ball? We couldn't see from our
Spencer
side.
Winsler.
Okay, we thought it was, but we're at an angle, and even with replays and everything, we weren't able to see how the ball got off the ground in whose hands. So, Spencer picked that one up.
Yeah, it was a pretty good play by him. You know, he ended up recovering it, gave us a first down. You can't advance it, but you can recover it. And,
yep.
You know, that was the ball game. You know, we ground out some time, and we were a little too cautious in prevent. Gave them too much for my liking.
Yeah.
We were way too far backed off. We worked on that this week. Listen, you don't have to go 5 miles deep, just a little deeper than normal. Make sure nobody gets behind you, but, you know, we didn't have anybody underneath. They advanced a little bit. Couldn't get a good field goal off.
Yeah, another 5 or 6 yards. That young fella had the leg to get it there, though.
Yes, possibly.
He had a pretty good kicking leg. Well, that was good. A big win at home, a big win in the league. We got a great game here coming. We're on the road this week. We'll be back to talk Wauseon right after this timeout. Coach, this week now you got to pack them up. You got to take them over to Wauseon, which is never an easy place to play.
You just said a bad word. It's the team to the east around here.
I got you.
We pull out the banner. You know, this is a big week. It's a big game. It's a big league game. So we're going to sit there and you know, rally the troops and go to war over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. They've got a good quarterback who also is a middle linebacker or a linebacker for him in the Yaki kid. All right. So he's going to be a handful on both sides of the football. How do you deal with him?
Well, you know, he's one that he runs the ball well. Their offense isn't solely designed around him with what they're running with their toss and things like that. So not the best passer, so that's a plus. We don't have a dual threat there. The run and attack is where they're going to beat you. They'll hit you with a pass here and there, but he throws two main passes, the out and the fade, and as long as we can defend those, hopefully we can take that away and make them one-dimensional.
Got a good-sized kid, the New Love kid, who's their one wide receiver that's 6'4". It's always tough dealing with a kid that's got that kind of size.
It is. I like the way our corners are playing. They do a good job getting right up on you. They've done a much better job since preseason of guarding one-on-one and doing some different things. So, we have to get pressure on the passer. We can't let him just set his feet and throw because he does have an arm. It's just not the most accurate, but the New Love kid can run under the ball and make something happen. So we got to prevent that.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I know Coach Cooper brought back several return starters for both sides of the ball, so this isn't a football team that doesn't have some experience to it.
No, they're not totally green. They took a hard loss last week, so I'm sure he'll have them rebounding and they're going to be ready. We've always, the past 2 years we played them quite close.
Yeah.
And the big thing is it's a conference game. I think the kids are re-energized. They're going to go in. Our strengths, their secondary isn't the best, but our passing game is strong. So I think our lines will cancel each other out, and we just got to make plays.
Yeah. We're going to see more of the hurry up, you think, against these guys or not?
Depending on circumstances and things like that. You got to take the weather into account. It's going to be really hot, cramps, hydration. We're doing a lot early this week to try and make sure the kids' bodies are ready. But we can't just go out there and go 30 seconds in 3 plays and the defense is back on the field. We don't want to do that to our defense. So we'll use it at times, but we have to be smart about it.
Yeah. It's going to be a warm night, probably the first warm night you've had, and I think also this last week has been a difficult one with the fog and the heat and the rain and everything else to put a practice week together as well.
Yeah, it's been a little different. Tuesday we only got out for a little bit, and we had to come in due to thunder. Whenever you hear it or whenever you see lightning, state rule says you got to come in, and I don't mess with that rule. I don't try and skirt around it. I had experience with, when I was a coach, other coaches had kids that got struck by lightning, and I'm never going to have that on my conscience.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. But we had a decent day Monday and yesterday, and Tuesday was a little short, but we used it for a lot of film and walk through time and make sure a line and a sign that we knew what we were doing. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a big one. What's it going to take to get a W over there in the town to the east?
Well, I like that. That was good. We're gonna have to play solid football. Do we have to play our A game? Yeah. We not the best we've ever played, but we have to play with some emotion like we did in the fourth quarter last week. We have to carry that over and play with some excitement. I tell the boys there's going to be ups and downs, hills and valleys. We're going to do things right, and then we're going to have a penalty. We can't fall apart. We just have to keep playing the next play and move forward from there. So. Hopefully, they'll stay together as a team and keep moving in the right direction and just kind of band together.
That sounds good. Coach, that'll do it. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
That'll wrap it up. Football's next here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.